from Michael Barnard. His average of 92.5 over the entire 24 games he's played on the Challenge Tour. That'd be sticking him, you know, well up the list in the actual full tour.
Well, it's testament to the standard on the Challenge Tour these days. And Michael is someone who prides himself on working hard and practicing very hard in the back for the last 3 hours, getting himself ready for a very tough task against Bully Boy. But over the last 20 years, he's put in a lot of miles on the road, on the planes, on the trains, goes everywhere, plays local tournaments, Challenge Tour, Pro Tour when he's got the opportunity. And when he plays in European Tour darts, he really relishes it. And he's been up against it this week. He's had, much like myself and fellow commentator Rob Malarkey, cancelled flights. But he's had lost luggage as well, so he's had to battle that adversity. But he's working well with it. 65 left for Bully Boy. That leaves 62.
Well, he's going to come back, and after a 13-darter in the opening leg, it could be a 14-darter for him here. And Michael Barnard is not playing at the level of some of the best stuff he's produced on the Challenge Tour right now, and he might have to up it to that level to stop Michael Smith. Michael Smith, whose preparation for this has been hit the practice court and listening to Whitney Houston, believe it or not. Lots a bit of Whitney. Did not know that until about 10 minutes ago. He doesn't look like your typical Whitney Houston.
No, he's not. That is shocking news to me.
Well, I mean,
I put him more of a, you know, Soul Solid Crew kind of guy. A little bit of Whitney Houston. Wow, that's amazing. I wonder what is his favourite track. One Moment in Time.
Possibly. He didn't elaborate. I was too shocked.
He said to me earlier this morning in the very short cab ride from the hotel, as we tried to escape the blistering heat here in Graz, that he was feeling a little bit under the weather. Just a bit fluey, just a bit.
He's got a throat infection, hasn't he? At the minute. He's struggling to talk yesterday.
I actually looked at Henderson in reception and said, I wish I was going where he is. I said, come on, mate. People would give a lot of money and a lot of time to be where you are today. And he just looked and said, yeah, I'll be all right. And then he changed the conversation completely. He started talking about how much he wants to be in the England World Cup team come Frankfurt, and he has got a realistic shot at that.
Well, particularly, Dave Chisnell's withdrawn this weekend. Now, we don't know what the issue is. I know he had a hernia problem at the back end of last year, but he had an operation, and it seemed that everything was fine. But if it's a recurrence of that, he might have to have some enforced time off, and that could rule him out. Either rule him out of the World Cup, or see him slip a little bit down the rankings, because Chizzy is in the prime position at the minute as the world number 7, but then you've got James Wade and Michael Smith very close together in 9 and 10 in the world, looking to partner Rob Cross in that England World Cup team. Chizzy has done it before. Rob Cross would be a new player, obviously, for England. 20 and tops. And it is there, 3-0 to Michael Smith. 13-darter, 14-darter, 15-darter. He's getting worse. It doesn't matter.
He said to me, Michael Smith, that if he won the tournament last week, which he very nearly did, he would have been £500 in the rankings behind Dave Chisnell. So he was a little bit hurt by that, because he saw that as his next immediate goal, on top of winning another Euro Tour event. That would have been his 5th, I believe.
Yes, it would. He is a man who's won 4 Euro Tour titles, 3 within a 12-month spell. Not all in the same calendar year, but in a 12-month period. And, I mean, he's going great guns. It's only Van Gerwen and Peter Wright who managed to do that. Well, it's a very select group who've won more than 1 Euro Tour title. You're looking at the likes of James Wade, Kim Huybrechts, obviously Wright and Van Gerwen, Phil Taylor, and the bully boy Michael Smith. So, yeah, Michael Smith is just ahead of James Wade at number 9 in the world rankings. They've been flip-flopping over the last few weeks. Dave Chisnell in 7th, and at the moment, from the table I've got in front of me, about 37 grand behind. But because it's a 2-year ranking system, Chizzy will have some money coming off from a couple of years ago. As will Michael. It's just a case of how much is coming off and how much he can put on between now and next month.
Well, providing that Michael gets through this game today, which he's doing a very good job of right now, and maybe the permutations, the connotations, we can talk about more tomorrow, but he's got Michael Barnard in front of him, who's averaging 85, and Michael Smith is 20 points ahead of him in the averages, but way ahead of him on the chalk marks on the right-hand side. Michael Smith doing a very professional job for someone who is under the weather.
Yeah, well, no real surprise, is it, to see Michael Smith going and averaging this sort of stuff. Looking to hit a 180 to leave double 15. It is a target he likes, double 15. Leaves it a lot, and it's right next to that double 10, which he's such a big fan of. So he's never afraid of leaving the double 15. Mensur Sulivic's name being chanted, the one Austrian left standing at the Austrian Darts Open. We're going to have to wait all the way until the final game of tonight's action to see Mensur play against Darius Labanauskas. Tops. Oh, it's lovely. It is lovely.
Hasn't missed a double yet. 4 legs in, 4 doubles in. Very good indeed from Michael Smith.
This is what he can do, and he did this to Raymond van Barneveld in the Premier League a few weeks back, didn't he? And ironed him out 7-0. Does bring his first 180 to the party in this one. And Michael Barnard, well, he's just not even being allowed into the game here by Michael Smith.
For someone who's got the amount of confidence that Michael has right now, probably more confidence than he's ever had in his darting career, it's almost one of those welcome to the Thunderdome moments. If you want to play one of the best players in the world right now, this is how you've got to play it.
Yeah, this is what you're going to have to put up with if you come up against me. And he's been doing this for a little while now, and I just think getting off to a good start in the Premier League at the start of this year, you know, winning a UK Open qualifier, he beat Michael van Gerwen along the way. There's not many people who've beaten MVG at all this year.
85.
But he's got off to a good start, and he's just got that momentum. And even when he has lost a couple of games in the Premier League, he's then bounced back, and he bounced back very, very well this week in Rotterdam with that performance on Thursday night.
Well, you mentioned in the Pro Tour that he won in the final against Adrian Lewis. Don't leave him a shot, or he will hurt you. He took it 158 when Adrian rejected the ball. I don't know when people are going to start listening to me. You just shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you shouldn't. And to be frank, I mean, Michael Barnard's not even been given an option of going for the bullseye, let alone declining one. 65 leaves him 56, and you can see that Michael Smith, he's going to the board, and if he's not coming away with a perfect visit, he's frustrated because he's in the mood right now where he thinks one of these enormous monster averages is coming, and the way he's finishing at the minute, if he's hitting doubles every first dart every time, it is going to be a massive average. We're going to look at the 110 mark if he keeps finishing like he has been, and he does.
5 out of 5. It just keeps getting better.
Is that Witness on?
No.
All right.
I'll find one. Yeah, but Michael Smith and I had a little bit for the dart show a couple of months ago. And my mistake was to say, why don't we have a game of tons?
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. The one person in the world you don't want to play that game against is Michael Smith. In a game that usually takes maybe 15, 20 minutes, he got it done in less than 6.
Well, just explain what he has to do to complete the game.
1 point for 100 score or above, 2 points for 140 and above. You get 3 points for 180. First to 21. He got rid of that game in less than 6 minutes.
Yeah, well.
Started with 180, and he actually scored 23 points because he finished with a 180.
The boy can play. That was never in doubt, but the boy is winning and winning regularly, and people are having to do ridiculous things to stop him.
Well, maybe the one thing that's got to change is the walk-on song, because I know you're a fan of that, Dan.
Well, I'm not a big fan of that.
But yesterday there was somebody from Austria who walked out to the song from Karate Kid, "You're the best around,
yes,
nothing's ever going to keep you down." Well, maybe that's a really good song for Michael.
Well, I mean, look, he might walk out to Whitney.
Maybe he's too young for Karate Kid.
Maybe. It'll be Benito or Dimitri Vandenberg for the winner of this one, and those two are on the way to round off this afternoon session. Intriguing little section of the draw. Benito in no kind of form at all. Dimitri missed double 12 for the 9-darter last night.
45.
And then Michael Smith, who is just coasting. I mean, I know the average has dropped a little bit to the mere 103. This will push it up a bit.
140.
Down to a finish, and he could seal the deal in style. And I would think if Michael Smith sticks the first one in the 60, he'll stay there and look at double 13.
Agreed.
And it wouldn't surprise me if he gets a shot at it. And if he does get a shot at it, he's not missed a dart at double in this entire game.
Well, we could have a little game of spot the dart here. Which part of the 60 is the first dart going to hit?
Top, middle,
Top left.
bang in the middle. Oh, very nearly. He did stay there.
122.
Well, it'll be the first leg of darts that has lasted more than 5 visits to the board, but it may only last 1 dart more than that for Michael Smith, assuming he gets a go at the double 12.
This is a hard dart for Michael because he likes to put them on top of each other. He's got to somehow decrease the speed in the air and find a way to the bottom left of that dart. He tried,
Yeah,
but it was a very, very difficult dart.
Should have got down on one knee like you did earlier on. You pinned this, didn't you?
Yeah, but Michael
will do it
Smith
standing.
will do it in one dart.
100% flawless on the doubles from Michael Smith. A superb display from the number 3 seed. This is a man who has won 2 titles already this year. He was narrowly denied a 5th Euro Tour title last time out by Max Hopp in the final. He's averaged almost 105, not missing a single dart at double in that one. An absolute annihilation of Michael Barnard from Michael Smith, and the bully boy powers into the final day of the Austrian Darts Open.
Well done, Mike. Cracking game there. 105 average. 100% on your doubles. Of late, Premier League, last week in Saarbrücken in the final, you've hit a wonderful, wonderful bit of form at the moment. What have you brought that down to? Is it just a lot of hard work?
Yeah, I've been doing 3 to 4 or 5 hours a day with even weights. So every time I'm practicing, we're practicing doubles. And then after we finished, I'm working on my own then on scoring. So it's all kind of coming together now, which is really, really helping, as you see now.
So that sort of brings you up here, full of confidence. Yeah, it's the way you're playing, you're really not scared of anybody, are you?
No, I've never, even from day one, I've never been scared to play someone. The minute I get scared is the minute I retire, because that's disbelief. I believe in myself 100% that I can win every tournament I play in. And the minute that disappears, the minute I walk away.
Well, 100% on your doubles, 105 average. They're all out to get you, that's for sure. Ladies and gents, going through the last 16, it's the bully boy, Michael Smith.